You're listening to The Real Short Box, a comic book podcast made for geeks by geeks.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Real Short Box. This is our travel episode, our special travel episode, because we're just walking back from getting tacos. And I am the only one that actually got tacos, because Kim is a liar. A lying liar that lies.
I was hungry when I got home from work, and I couldn't wait an hour and a half. So sorry. But I got a Coke.
She did get a Coke. Kevin didn't get anything, but he did give sage advice. Is that correct, Kevin?
Of course, I always give sage advice.
Yes, he always does. Always the sagest of sagiest advice from Kevin. And we are walking back to our studio apartment, to talk about some cool stuff that's going to be on this podcast that you're about to listen to. So enjoy. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
And we're back from the walk and here to talk the best superhero villains.
Right. Best villains from superhero movies. And might I just add, the taco was delicious that I had.
Just the one.
Just the one.
How much did it cost you?
Because they only took cash, apparently.
How much did it cost you?
The taco was $1.95.
That's not bad.
No.
Not bad
I feel like this is directed towards me. Because I know my gallon of Coke.
She's like, I'll take a gallon of Coke. I was like, oh, you thirsty?
I wasn't aware that it was
You
a full
thirsty?
liter. I thought it was going to be a nice little tiny one.
Oh, she thirsty. All right, so let's start talking comic book movies and villains, guys.
Great.
Kevin, would you like to go first?
Well, let's see here. One that I could think of right away would be Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man 2, the 2004 film where Alfred Molina did such a great job portraying Dr. Octopus. You felt empathy for him because he wasn't like a straight up evil person. He was originally a mentor to Peter, who he learned through Dr. Connors. And, when he suffered this tragedy.
What movie is this?
Spider-Man 2, 2004.
Oh, yeah.
Dr.
Yeah.
Octopus.
You know,
Alfred Molina.
the special effects on that look so bad now.
Listen.
They
it was,
do.
Yeah.
We watch it.
It was
terrible.
early 21st century technology.
Groundbreaking, though.
Back in the day.
Yeah, but like, do you think that this new Spider-Man: Homecoming that came out not too long ago? Do you? Yeah, and I think the reason why is a very compelling villain. Again,
Yeah.
Michael Keaton playing the Vulture. Do you think
He was
that
great.
his sympathetic character of the Vulture paralleled the sympathetic character of Doc Ock?
Absolutely.
And that's why it did so well, right?
Yes.
Because that formula.
Well, yeah, because like the best villains are ones that you can identify
Relate
with
to.
and relate, and he was
And see
doing
their
it for
point of
his
view.
family, and
Right.
his job is so
Yeah, so it kind of made sense. It was a cool one.
Yeah.
Very cool. Do you want to talk more about Alfred Molina?
Well, I would say that Alfred Molina gave a fine performance as Dr. Octopus. Like I said, you related to him, when his wife was killed in that experiment, and then, of course, at the same time, he has those tentacles attached to him, you feel bad for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I understand that. I also really liked the fact that Sam Raimi did some Evil Dead-esque.
I was about to say that. Techniques.
Yeah, what's going on?
Alfred Molina, we're talking about his fine performance in Spider-Man 2 and how we can relate to his pain and suffering as a character and how he portrayed Dr. Octopus. That's what we were talking about.
Gotcha. Yeah, there's some pain in playing a character. What was it? It was Jack Nicholson said something like playing the Joker was like too much. It was too traumatic, too much work.
Oh yeah.
But again?
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Come on, Kim.
Hello.
Hello.
Maybe my phone's not the best.
If you are calling from another country, we can't hear you.
Oh.
Hey.
Hello?
You can hear that?
Yeah, I can. Who? Jarrett?
Who's that?
Yeah.
Hey, wow. What a coinky dink. We're doing a podcast right now, buddy.
Okay, well, my mic does not work, but apparently my voice into the speaker works.
Well, that works.
All right.
Let's just use it.
Great.
Okay.
First of all, why are you calling at this hour?
Because I was walking the streets alone, scared, and I needed to hear some comforting voices. You know, I'm in Washington right now, and it's cold.
It's cold.
That's nice.
It's a cold, cold world.
Yeah. No, it's actually pretty damn hot here, and I don't like it. I don't like heat.
You don't like heat?
Yeah.
You grew up in heat.
I have trouble sleeping in heat.
Yeah, I don't like heat. I don't like to feel the heat. To feel the heat. No, I don't like it.
But
I actually like it when it's rainy and overcast over here.
But I know you have heat and passion for comics and for comic book movies, don't you?
Is this that comic book podcast?
Well, matter of fact, it is.
The real long box?
Well,
Well,
for some of us.
For some of us.
That's a dick joke.
Yeah, I got it.
Whoa. This is a PG show. We can't be making
It's
those kind of jokes.
PG-13 now, motherfucker.
It's PG-13. It's PG like 1985, like when they had like 20 dick jokes in the Goonies and stuff.
Yes.
I went to show my kids that movie, and I was like, oh, I don't remember all these cock jokes, and like, wow.
And what did your wife say?
She wasn't there. It was just me and the kids.
Just you and
the Goonies.
kids and the dick
And
jokes.
dick jokes.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I don't think that they would have caught on though. The kids. I mean, that's.
I think it went by them, but yeah. Now they would probably just think it was funny because they would think it was a funny dick joke.
Yeah. Yeah, like us now
Yeah.
as adults. Yep.
Kids have not
Hey,
changed.
Jarrett, by the way, isn't your birthday tomorrow?
My birthday is tomorrow. I'm going to be
What?
24. Yeah.
24.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm just a young buck, man. I'm just ready to.
And you have kids that are like what, 8 and
10?
7 or something?
Something like that?
They're 6 and 9, and
You started very
Yeah.
young, didn't you?
now I'm 21. I can drink now. Well, tomorrow at midnight.
Oh, okay. He's going back in time.
He's the Benjamin
No,
Button
I'm
of
drinking too much.
birthdays.
Well, Benjamin Button is not a subject that we're going to be talking about on this podcast, let me tell you.
Yeah, by the way, you interrupted a good conversation. I was talking about the greatness of Alfred Molina's performance from Spider-Man 2 in 2004.
Yeah, have you heard of this movie?
This is going to come as a surprise because we've talked about this on the podcast, and I've just kind of stood by quietly.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm
In
ready.
3, 2, 1, to be like really mad at me. 3,
Go ahead.
2, 1. Never saw the Spider-Man 2.
What the fuck?
I know.
Oh,
I know.
Jared,
Saw
come
the
on.
first one, saw the third one, never saw that one for some reason. And I love Alfred Molina.
Oh my god, if you watch it now, you're going to be so disappointed.
Really?
The special effects did not carry over well.
You know,
sir.
you should be
Yeah.
flogged and quartered for just saying that.
I know. It's one of those ones. I don't even know why I didn't see it because I liked the first one.
But I bet you watched some Luke Cage season 2, didn't you?
That was I'm in no rush to watch. I feel spoiled and then kind of annoyed because there's so many superhero shows on now. Like if I was like 10 and you said there was going to be a Cloak and Dagger show, I would be like, yeah, no, there's not. And now there is, and there's Luke Cage. And if you were also to tell me at 10 that I would watch some of these shows and be like, meh, I'd be like, no, I'll love them all. But I gotta say, Netflix, aside from Daredevil, like, I don't know, man, they're kind of...
Well, they're rushing the shows. That's the problem. And the scripts are not proper.
There's Russians in the shows?
They're rushing the shows.
Oh.
Stop.
I'm sorry, my quick New York accent's killing it there. I'm sorry.
Well,
What's
they're
happened
also
is
what's
they're
Russian
basically
in some
going.
of the
They
shows.
basically they write the first draft and it's just straight up.
Yeah, but how come DD season 1 and 2 are so great, and then you have all these other characters that you have way more time to work on, and they're like boring as fuck.
Yeah, I heard that Jessica Jones season 2 was the worst.
It's the worst. It's the worst.
Worst
Oh, really?
show
I haven't
ever.
seen that yet.
It's terrible.
I'm gonna
No
say
purple
now,
man.
it's worse than Iron. It's the worst Netflix show because the season 2 because
There's no real villain.
it's not. Fuck spoilers. The villain is like no. There is no villain, and then the kind of pseudo villain, but not, is her mom. who's like Frankenstein's monster, because like she got experimented on, she like how Jessica was, and it's this weird like love story, their daughter thing, but it's like you just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, and then it's already gotten renewed for season 3, which I'm just flabbergasted. I don't get that.
Well, I think Netflix is trying, because their contract's going to end with Disney soon, so they're trying to get as many seasons out as possible. That's why you're probably going to see more and more shit, because they're rushing them and they're just cranking it out.
They're trying to get their like own ratings.
Yep, they're trying to get their own content that they can keep.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miller World's coming.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
not a little. I am excited for Daredevil season 3 because they've been hinting at Bullseye forever, but yeah, it's kind of hard to get like.
And the Born Again storyline.
Maybe they will. That'd be like pretty sweet if they got like Karen Page and did like the whole like drug addict porn thing, because that was pretty dark for back then. So
yeah, even back then, it was pretty dark. It was dark. So, what would you pick as one of your choice for best movie superhero villain movies characters? Who would you choose?
Oh, that's rough. God, that's rough. I mean, there's ones that are like fun, and then there's ones that have like a lot of depth to them. I mean, it's hard to not go with Heath Ledger Joker.
That's a good choice, yeah.
Because not only did like he do something that we thought was impossible, but he like did a whole new take that has kind of become the take on the Joker now. Like that. Like he's super twisted, but like this, the fact that you go to like a Comic-Con and you see like a billion Heath Ledger Jokers now, still, like you see the impact that guy had.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like but then there's fun ones. Like I liked Kevin Bacon in X-Men First Class as Sebastian Shaw. I thought he was fun.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good one.
But
Also,
it wasn't like to me, it wasn't like mind blowing. It was just cool to see the Hellfire Club and cool to see Kevin Bacon.
Same movie, but like a different type of villain in it, because he hadn't yet become one. Was Michael Fassbender as Magneto?
For sure, yeah.
Because that's when we're first introduced to him, if I'm correct. Was that movie?
That's right.
Yeah.
And he's developing.
Yeah, he's developing into the villain, into eventually Ian McKellen. His version of Magneto, which was also a great version of Magneto.
Yeah.
Magneto, they kind of hit him out of the park.
Mm-hmm.
They do really well with that. And Fox in general seems to do pretty good with villains in X-Men movies, except for what movie, Kevin?
Don't remind me. Apocalypse,
yeah.
I don't know, man.
Miscast.
Oscar Isaac doing that, like where he would just like roll his eyes in the back of his head, and then like people would fall through the floor.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Was pretty ridiculous. My daughters would do actually impersonations of Apocalypse in that movie because it's so ridiculous. Like it looks like he's having like a really good orgasm, and then people are dying.
It's funny you mentioned X-Men. Brian Cox's William Stryker. He was a good villain in X-Men 2.
That was a good one.
X-Men 2 was
actually,
still
how can we forget
best.
what's his name? Who's Deadpool now?
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Yeah, like his Deadpool in the Wolverine Origins film.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, he was terrible.
They make fun of?
Well, did you see Deadpool 2?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, in near the end. Yeah, did you see it?
Credits when he kills
yet.
that version?
Okay,
I
so
want to though.
Kim hasn't seen it, so we
It's
won't
alright.
spoil
No,
it.
you can spoil it.
Well, just at the end, Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool goes back in time and kills that version of himself in the movie.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then says hi to Wolverine.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's great.
Very smart. Very smart.
Yeah.
Very meta.
Yeah. And he
also, to be fair, because it was like one of my qualms was I was like, why did you do this? Why did you do that with like X-Force and stuff? But they opened the door for the time travel thing, and that basically he can like fix anything. So we'll see.
And it might connect to the MCU merger.
Yeah, speaking of Deadpool 2, did you see that picture they released today? Kevin, I know you'd like this. They had an actor, like when they're in that prison, they were meant to show a bunch of other like villains, in like the jail cells, and I think even maybe some other scenes. And Omega Red was one of them.
You're kidding.
No, and they had go look it up. He's like an NFL football player, and they actually I think did a scene that might be in the DVD that's coming out with like the director's cut. But the makeup was it's just Omega Red like without his costume, but like the makeup looked exactly like Omega Red.
Oh, that's perfect.
It's perfect, but it also made me kind of mad. So I was like, well, don't waste characters like that if you're gonna. Don't just like have them in like a throwaway.
They're teasing. Well, hey, it's like Mr.
Yeah.
Sinister and the Essex Corporation.
Yeah, they've been building that shit up forever and haven't done anything with that.
And unfortunately, they won't do anything with it because I hear once they go into the MCU and Disney completes the merger, they're doing away with, the Fox version of the X-Men. So like that X-Men Dark Phoenix movie that was kind of canceled. Or
Is it officially?
No.
I don't know if it's canceled or put on the side by her. There's something
It's
going
still
on with it.
coming.
Yeah, I thought it was still gonna be in the works. It just kind of has a little bit of hiccups right now.
Yeah, I hear it's not any good. I hear it's no good.
I
yeah,
will
did hear
also
that,
staying in the
actually.
Batman universe. I will say I know he's people are 50-50 because he is super fun to make fun of, but I did also love Tom Hardy's Bane.
Bane, yeah.
It's Gotham's Reckoning.
I love Tom Hardy.
Gotham's Reckoning. Jarrett, you did that very good. Do it for me. It's Gotham's Reckoning. You do a good job.
Wait, I'll do. Of course, for you.
Nice. Nice. Mine sounds more like Kermit having a seizure.
Well, if you think about it, it's literally Darth Vader, Sean Connery.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Just like,
I agree.
yes,
Well,
of
now that
course.
character is ridiculous.
I agree.
Never enough money, Penny.
Nice.
I'll slap a woman. Wait, what? Whoa, Bane, Sean Connery. What?
Well, Bane's not a nice man. He's not a nice man.
No.
Either apparently is Sean Connery, but yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So we're gonna go with our next choice here, and we're gonna shoot this over to Kim real quick. Who do you think? Who's one of your favorites?
My favorite is Loki. I love Loki so much.
Is it because the horns that he wears on his head?
He's super, super charming. And, for me, that works in any scenario. Like, even though he's, a terrible person, he's charming about it. And he has some, nice qualities about himself as well. Like,
He has a nice smile.
he has a nice smile, nice eyes. I find his character, really interesting and complex. And, you want to hate him, but you also love him, and I always appreciate that out of villains, especially when you can create that for me, where it's like, oh, what an asshole, but oh, I still like him, and I just like the complexity of his character.
You think he's
You
cute?
also never know what he's going to do, because even, yes, he's the god of mischief, and 9 out of 10 times he double crosses the person. There's always that one time where he doesn't. So you're
Yeah.
Did you cry in
Yeah.
Infinity War?
He's the wild card.
He is the wild card.
He should shout wild card before he does something crazy.
Hey, Jared, did you cry at the beginning of Infinity War?
From him?
Yeah.
No. No. I was like, oh, that's cool. Nice.
Yeah,
Dig
they
it.
Yeah, I
they
was
can
like-
bring him back to
That's kind of how I felt about everyone in Infinity War. I was like, this isn't real.
Yeah. Nobody's
Oh,
dead
yeah, no,
forever.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've got a quick one here. It's off the beaten path. I'm gonna go with Casanova Frankenstein.
Are you serious?
Oh, I'm deadly serious. Do you guys not remember the great villain Casanova
No,
Frankenstein?
I personally don't know.
Okay.
Wait, what the hell is that from?
Yeah.
That is from Mystery Men,
Yeah,
Oh!
okay.
Oh!
played by the wonderful Jeffrey Rush.
That's 1999. You're going back.
Yes.
Wow.
going back.
Yes, I am. But
You're going way
that
back.
wrench in the pile,
But
didn't you?
yes, but Casanova Frankenstein. I love that movie. It is about a bunch of misfits that somehow make it happen. Like I love it when failures just to get together and they can make things work. And that to me is like the best. The best kind of stories is when the B team's gone because the A team's away and the C team is not available either, so they go to the D team.
Yeah.
And the D team is the Mystery Men.
Oh, man.
And it's just filled with misfits and people that just don't know what they're doing. and they're fighting this main villain called Casanova Frankenstein.
Wow.
It's
And
like
that movie got a pretty good like cult following, I think, in the years since.
Yeah,
There's definitely like a big contingent of people that really like that film.
Yeah, I mean, it had William H. Macy, Ben Stiller, Janine Garofalo, Jeffrey Rush, Greg Kinnear.
Yeah.
I mean,
have to rewatch
a
that.
hell of a cast. It even had, what's his face? Oh, shoot. Hank Azaria was in it as well.
What?
Yeah.
it's
He
true.
played the Blue Raja,
Oh my god.
who was the master of forks. He could throw forks, like, really well.
Yeah.
Pinpoint accuracy.
Is this like
Oh,
Jarrett's
man.
Great Lakes Avengers, like the D team?
Yes, exactly.
It's like that mixed with like the Tick. It's like it's like all that.
Yeah, it's a great movie, and I like to throw these out because they are a little older, and some of our audience might not be knowing of some.
age.
Yeah, I mean, it might have passed you by. So I like to throw that out because I want people to seek stuff like that out because there are really good movies that happened before the 2000s.
Well, I recently, for the first time, another one that I was like way late to the party for. I just watched The Rocketeer.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
And it's fun. It was super fun. Like totally like for a dated film, like totally held up.
Yeah, and that had James Bond in it too.
Yeah, the Timothy Dalton.
Yeah, and he was a good villain.
Yeah, because he was almost like a Clark. He was like a Clark Gable villain. Like he was like an actor, a Hollywood actor, who was also secretly working with like the Nazis. It was great. With
Yeah,
his
it was
creepy like porno stash.
kind of a crazy plot, and like they had talked forever about a sequel to it, and I think they're talking now about it happening. So it's a possibility that there could be a Rocketeer sequel in the future. Could be kind of
Well,
crazy.
you know it holds up because my kids actually really liked it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that stuff was pretty practical, like effects-wise. So
Yeah, it's a jetpack. Yeah, totally.
it looks good. It still looks good.
I heard it's going to be a female playing the Rocketeer in the remake, apparently.
Oh, yeah, I heard that too. Kim,
Wait, why not?
audition's happening soon, I'm sure.
Yes.
Get on
My
it.
Representation, baby. Representation.
It's your time.
But we're going to call it Rocket
have
Babe.
you gone yet?
Say it again?
I said, have you gone yet, Kevin? Have you picked yours?
Yeah, he.
Yeah, you missed it. I actually caught the tail of it, the Alpha Molina Dr. Octopus.
Yeah, but we're going to do another round. Hit us, Kevin.
Let's see here. Who would be another one I like so much?
No,
Oh, I know. Claw and Killmonger from Black Panther. I like both of them.
Oh, really? I put Claw as one of the best, and then I put Killmonger in the column that I call blah.
Because you
A
didn't
lot
get
of
him.
people. A lot of
Because you
people
didn't get
feel
him.
that way.
You didn't understand him. That's why.
I
You didn't
was.
understand his pain.
I did understand.
You didn't understand his pain.
You said I did.
I
It
was
boring.
actually really surprised. Like talking to a lot of people. Like a lot of people feel like Killmonger. He could have done more for that role.
Well, no, I agree. The thing is, he didn't get enough screen time. I feel like if he got more screen time to
Yeah.
explore his character,
Yeah.
that would have been better. Oh, I have no doubt about it. And that's the
I think
problem.
people went a little ape shit with going like, he's one of the best villains. I do, but I will say, with what little screen time he had, he did do a great job.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan made the best of it.
Yeah.
Right, but you don't get any points in my mind for that. You know what I mean? Like, as far as, like, if we're talking as a qualifier for a best villain in a movie,
Yeah, it was a little rushed.
saying you could have been, or he might have been, doesn't count for me. I
Yeah.
need something more.
Well, maybe the director's
he had
cut will
nipple
give you
skin.
more.
Maybe. What was that, Jarrett?
I said he had nipple skin. You didn't think that was cool?
No. Oh, this
his
dude.
nipple skin?
There's this guy that, like, does cheap-ass cosplay.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
He did,
What
like,
did they do?
he's like this Asian dude, and he got bubble wrap and just
Yes.
taped it around his body
No.
from the neck down.
No.
And was shirtless.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
It looks really awesome.
That's funny.
Yeah,
That's
it
funny.
looks really cool. So I highly recommend checking him out on Instagram. Can't remember his name though. So you went with Claw. Now Claw was somebody I could get behind.
Wait, remind me who Claw was again?
Andy Serkis.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
The
Okay,
hand.
got
Well,
it.
at least they built him up in Ultron, Age of Ultron, at least. So they
Yeah.
introduced him there.
Yeah, it took forever for that to pay off, because like I watched the Black Panther and then I went on a plane to China. And on my way to China, that was one of the movie selections on the screen that's in front of you where you can't move because there's so many people. I was in the middle seat. It was horrible. Middle seat, middle row, yeah. So everybody was sleeping and I was just stuck. So I had this selection of movies. So I hadn't seen Age of Ultron since it came out in theaters. I was like, I'm going to try it again. put it on, and you know what? I enjoyed it much more than I did before. And I know I've probably said this before, but I did enjoy it a lot more that second time.
Yeah.
And I think it's because of the interconnectedness now, being able to understand, oh, Claw, okay, now he's that. All right, this makes more sense now, because it felt way more disjointed. They even hinted at Ragnarok with Thor in that Age of Ultron movie.
That's true.
So, there's all these little seeds that they planted in the movie that you couldn't understand or know unless you'd already seen the other movies.
Right.
Really.
Oh, another quick one. Penguin from Batman Returns. Danny DeVito did an excellent job.
Not only Penguin.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But Michelle Pfeiffer is Catwoman, yeah.
And even Christopher Walken's Max, was it Schneck?
True.
He wasn't bad either, the corporate villain.
Yeah, those are all...
It was pretty creepy.
That's one of those rare movies where you had 3 villains that was done in balance and done correctly.
Right.
Yeah, Tim Burton really knew how to do Batman.
Yeah.
Not Nolan, though. Just the second movie.
Would you tell it to his face?
I would. I told you I would.
Would you tell it to his face?
Christopher Nolan, if you're listening to this now, I didn't like your first Batman or your third Batman. And your second one's okay.
Wow. You know,
I know you worked really hard on it, and I'm sorry, but
that's sacrilege.
You did me wrong with the Scarecrow.
That's sacrilege, man.
You did me wrong.
People consider that sacrilege. People worship that Dark Knight trilogy. They worship it.
That's fine. They can do that. I'm not stopping them.
Poor Christopher Nolan.
There are people listening right now. There are people who are listening right now are crying because of what you just said. They might punch you in the face, man, if they see you.
I'll be at.
Everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
I'll be at.
Not when it comes to comic book nerds, there's certain things they're considered gospel that you never ever.
Let's change the
paradigm.
frame.
The paradigm. Change the paradigm.
Star Wars fans actually, I think, are worse.
Man.
Well, you know what? I can't be a hypocrite.
Jesus.
I can't be a hypocrite because I'm pissed off too about the last movie. So believe me, we can do a whole podcast on that, but I'm not going to get started. So let's continue before I get going.
Yeah, Jarrett, you got another one for us?
I do have another one. Actually, one that doesn't get said enough, and I thought he's not a super popular villain in the comics, but he's, I think recently he's become a big character, but Ronan the Accuser from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that dude.
Underrated.
Lee Pace killed it.
Underrated.
Thought he really just went balls out and nailed that guy.
And he's coming back in a feature movie from what I hear. I think he's going to be in Captain Marvel, isn't he?
Yes.
He's going to be in Captain Marvel, but it's because it's a prequel.
Right.
Which
is fine.
It comes before.
But at least, I guess they'll give some background as to why he's, a pissed off Kree officer.
Right. Why is he accusing people?
He mentions in his opening scene that his father was probably killed in whatever battles they had before, but obviously they were pretty much space Nazis. Because they wanted to kill everybody that wasn't Kree, from what I remember.
As long as they show the supreme intelligence, that's all that matters to me. No, I'm just kidding.
That'd be cool. Big head in a jar.
Yeah, there you go.
Did you hear about the Easter egg that they think they may have found? The last Guardians of the Galaxy Easter egg?
I heard Galactus.
The one that he's been teasing for years?
Yeah. Yeah, they think it's Galactus.
Oh, really?
Yep. Yeah, because they show a face in a jar or something, or like a big tank, and they said it looks like it could be Galactus in pain because there's a comic book image of Galactus in pain, and when you superimpose it, it looks almost exactly the same. Plus, they said
I can't wait till they do him right.
Yeah.
Me
Plus,
too.
they said one of the planets and stuff looks like his home planet, where he came from originally. So yeah.
Oh, really? His home planet doesn't exist. This is he came from another universe.
It was a
Galactus.
planet. It was a planet. Just look it up.
All right, fine. I'll look it up.
Jesus God. Don't
I'm sorry,
What are you
man.
trying to do here?
Look, I'm trying the origins.
You want me to show you on... Let me pull it up. God.
Fine,
Kim, go ahead and go on, and I'm going to pull this up.
I don't know what to say because Bane was my other one.
Well, talk about Bane.
No, talk about it. Yeah, by all means.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do Hella. Kate Blanchett.
Hella cool.
She has horns too on her outfit.
I guess I like the horn people.
One would think that, if you like all these horns...
Oh, yeah? What? Please
Yeah.
psychoanalyze me.
I'm not.
No, I really appreciated her costume in that one.
And her power in the movie.
And her power, yeah, it was pretty cool. I like
No,
that
they
family,
I thought
guess.
they knocked it out of the park with her, as far as her look and everything, for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I just like that family.
And the scene of her destroying, I can never say it right, Mjolnir.
The owner?
Thank you.
Mjolnir.
Thank you.
Mjolnir.
Thank you.
Sounds like a cat.
Donor.
There you go.
Yeah, it's like a video, Kevin. I'll have to show you the video. It says the
Okay.
last Easter egg may have been found.
Okay.
But I'll play it, and then in the next
Off the
podcast
air,
you
off
can
the air.
apologize to everybody.
Off the air. You show it to
Or
me.
I will. Whatever. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go with one last one since we've each done two. Then we'll call it. We'll call this podcast, and then we'll do something else, like talk about our feelings, or
Great.
I
have
hear
a lot of
Kevin.
those.
Kevin likes to knit.
Oh, really?
Oh, nice.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Of course.
That's awesome.
And Jarrett's just in his car masturbating, so he'll probably continue to do
No,
that.
I'm not. I'm fisting myself.
Cool,
Oh.
cool,
All right,
cool.
that's very
Awkward.
frightening. That's very
Cool.
frightening.
Sweet, awesome.
Okay, so I got another one here.
Get weird here.
I got another off the wall one. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Alexander Drax. You remember him?
Alexander Drax. Oh wait, isn't that the Phantom?
Yes, it is. Treat
Oh.
Williams from The Phantom.
With the Zane man himself, Billy Zane.
Yep.
Before he did Titanic.
But after he did Sniper with Tom Berenger.
That's correct.
That's where I met Billy Zane.
There you go.
Oh, in my heart.
There you go.
Who played the villain in that? I mean, like that.
It was Treat Williams.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Whatever happened to that dude? That guy was like one of those guys that was just always there, and he was a real treat to watch. Williams.
Yeah, Treat Williams is great.
That's a cool name.
I was a big fan of his portrayal in here. That movie, by the way, it had a budget of $45 million and it made 17.3 domestically.
That's not good.
Oh,
not
that's
good.
what you call a loss.
Wait, what? Let me see.
This was it was released in 1996.
Oh, I don't think I ever saw
Well, you know why?
No.
What date was it
What is
released?
the...
In '96. What date was it released?
Can I see, like, a picture of it?
Of the film?
No, yeah, just
Yeah.
like... Yeah,
He had
no,
like a
never.
purple costume, like a full purple costume.
Yeah, and it's actually Xander Drax, by the way, but I always just called him Alexander
Ah,
Drax. I don't know. Maybe that's not his full name, and I just keep trying to give him a full name.
I guess so.
I don't know. But anyway, he played this like rich tycoon dude that was just wanting to control the world.
Cool.
That was like his thing. That's like the simplest thing for a villain in comic books is I just want to rule the world. I just want everybody to obey me.
Bow before you.
And you're monocle, or whatever that word is. You're a maniacal maniac. You're crazy. And so for me, it was just the fact that he was kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was loud when he talked. He had a very unique way there. And I wanna, it was very, I don't know, it was very odd to me, his choice for the character. And he was just not a nice guy. He was just willing to do anything. If somebody was standing in front of him in his way, he would literally stab them in the back and push them into the water
What is this rated?
in order to grab something. It's PG-13, I think.
Oh.
PG or PG-13. But like this really called to me because it's a good movie. It's not a great movie, but it's a good adventure film, superhero film, with a good hero played by Billy Zane, and a good villain played by Treat Williams. And I think you need both those to make a good superhero movie. And I think the Phantom, for having only that kind of a budget, about $45 million, did a hell of a good job.
Well, it's about $100 million in today's dollars, so that's actually a good budget.
Yeah, I mean, it did a hell of a good job showing you the world of the Phantom. It's basically like Wakanda, but with more white people.
Really? Oh, he had his own like world, like his own.
Pretty much. I mean, it was in Africa, but like his area the jungle and stuff that he lived in, his cave and everything. It was off limits to a lot of people, so it was kind of like that in that manner.
Well, his catchphrase was always weird too. He'd like come out like riding on a horse, and he'd say, "God bless the rains down in Africa."
I don't think that was it. No.
And then the rain would all fall.
I can
on the night.
I can see why the
people.
movie failed, though. Unfortunately, the release date. Guess what was out in theaters around that time?
What?
The first Mission Impossible movie and Twister.
Oh yeah.
Twister.
Yeah.
Twister crushed it.
I remember that.
And besides, their tagline for the Phantom was "Slam Evil."
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
I'm not even joking.
That's
It
not
had
Unless
Wow.
it was like a basketball hero, but yeah, no,
Right.
that doesn't work at all.
it had Billy Zane as the Phantom with his fist punching at the poster, and it was like "Slam Evil."
I don't even I don't have zero recollection
Dude,
of this.
I remember this movie had already started. I missed like 2 minutes of it, and I snuck in a Big Mac with my buddy. We were both sitting there eating Big Macs.
Ooh.
And I know, right? Yeah. But this theater doesn't even exist anymore, so I don't feel bad. I don't even think we paid for the ticket either. I don't know.
You know what movie finished this movie off to make sure that it wouldn't be successful? That came
What?
out a few weeks later.
What's that?
Independence Day.
Oh God!
wow.
Wow, yeah.
So
No
pretty
wonder.
much like 3 huge
Yep.
blockbusters.
Yep.
just
You're
to
surrounded by
put-
3 huge blockbusters. You did not have a
And
chance.
you're a little unknown superhero
Yep.
character
You
that
stood no
Dang.
chance.
your only fame is being in a comic strip on Sundays,
Yeah.
which it still is.
Wow,
So,
really?
Yeah. They just keep reprinting it. There's not new stories. They just keep
Oh.
reprinting it.
But at least there's that. But at least there was that cool '80s cartoon. He was teaming up with Flash Gordon. You know.
Oh, that's true.
Defenders of the Earth.
Of the Earth. Yeah. I just started watching that. Mandrick the Magician.
Mm-hmm.
His they keep giving
Lothar.
him glasses and then goggles and then taking them away, and then his facial hair disappears. It's really weird. Like the quality on the animation is not good, guys. That's what I'm
Then
saying.
there's the Roblox looking dude, Lothar.
Yeah. It's not a good cartoon, but fun nonetheless. Oh, sorry to interrupt everyone. Just wanted to mention real quick about a shop in Canoga Park, California called Spiro's Heroes. Elliot, the proprietor of the store, has over 300,000 books in what's called the Temple of Comics. That's Spiro Heroes in Canoga Park, spirosheroes.com.
Cool theme song.
Yes, that's true. But with that, I think we're going to call it, Jarrett.
Good. Sounds good.
Yeah, we've got more for another time, and we certainly are. We've talked about the best, so we'll certainly be talking about the worst at some point. But with that, please subscribe, follow us on Instagram,
Twitter.
YouTube,
Facebook,
Facegram.
Facegram,
iTunes.
Twitter.
and Donald's personal phone number.
Nope.
555.
Wait, what? No. And with that, thank you for listening. Thank you for following, and maybe we'll see you
At the comic shop.
This has been The Real Short Box. We'll see you at the comic shop. Thanks for listening.
What if you're like, I don't know, 5 miles away? And you're just
5 miles away from the desert? Then you're good.
No. From a cactus. That's what I mean.
You go walk that 5 miles and get cactus water.
What if you
If
just
you're-
can't do it?
If you're 5 miles away from a cactus, you drink your own piss.
Yes. That's what I'm
I mean,
trying to
like,
say.
That's
yeah,
what
I
I'm trying
guess
to
if you
say.
had
Drink
to,
your own
but
piss.
it's like it's not gonna really do anything, right? Like it already got rid of the things that it didn't want, and now you're just re-drinking the things it didn't want.
Well, there's certain elements.
Yeah, but it's not like a perfect filtration system.
Yeah.
There's elements in there that you may have missed your
Yes,
body.
indeed.
So the first piss
You guys
drink
are
is
the
going to be the
worst.
best piss drink.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's going to be the healthiest
first
piss.
one?
Yeah. The piss that you drink the first time you're drinking piss is
You're
going to be the
probably,
healthiest
like,
piss you drink.
No, if you're in the desert and it's fucking hot, you're probably not even gonna really your body's gonna use up all the fucking water.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be
eventually
like-
you'll have
You
to
grew up
piss.
in the
though.
desert. You
You'll
should know
force it
better.
out.
Yeah, and I don't drink my own piss. You drink cactus water.
How's the cactus water taste?
Piss.
Oddly enough,
Oddly enough.
it tastes like piss.
How come they don't sell cactus water?
Oh, now I'm at 26%. How did I
They
get
do.
that low?
I don't know. Shut your phone off. Stop